Hello everybody, I've got a special treat for you today. Today we're going to be cleaning crystals, and I'll show you how I do that, and I use oxalic acid. Now this is what crystals look like when they come raw out of the mine. Many times, some of them actually do come out water clear, but often we have these rust stains because we find the crystals in red clay deposits, and they have a lot of rust and iron in them. So usually I would clean this out a little bit better, take some toothpicks or something and clean out these areas. But this is how oxalic acid, I'll show you how to do it. Now, to begin with, we have to have safety gloves and glasses. So I'm fixing to look real pretty here with these pretty yellow glasses. And also it is advised to wear a mask. Now, I get my oxalic acid from Florida Laboratories. This is a 10-pound bag. I do a lot of cleaning of crystals, and I always have a little baking soda on hand. Some people are allergic to oxalic acid, so keep in mind, I had a college professor that was very allergic to oxalic acid, and it sent him to the hospital. So, I know that I'm personally not allergic to it. I'm out here in the clear skies. That's why I personally chose not to wear a mask, but it does say it is part of the safety precautions. Now, what I've already done is I've filled up this bucket of water, and you want to have a bucket to make sure it has a lid that seals really, really tight so that children and animals can't get into it. That makes it hard for you to get into as well, but you know for a fact that kids and animals aren't going to easily get into it because it is an acid, and it is, could be a very toxic substance in the wrong place, and if, the critters and the children get into it. So make sure that it's outside. You want a well-ventilated area. I don't suggest at all to do this inside. What this is the cold method. I have in the past mixed this same solution and used it in put fire under it, and that makes the reaction go a lot faster. So the warmer the acid is, the faster the reaction. But we're having cool days. It might be in the 70s today out here right now. I've already put the water in the bucket. You want to put the water in first. Acid goes in water, not water in acid. A to the W, A to the W, acid to the water. That's always the golden rule. So it's really easy. What I do for about, let's say, 1.5 gallons to 2 gallons of water in here, I do a half a cup. I found half a cup works really well. You make sure you want to use plastic as often as possible. I have these dedicated to the oxalic acid. It just dumps right in. Doesn't have any problem. Once you put acid in the water, you're not going to have a problem bubbling up. I keep my face away and mix it in. It's not hard at all. Not at all. And there it is. I mean, it's as simple as that. So you need to get your oxalic acid, mix it in. Like I said, just in case it spills, you want to have the baking soda. Now, how do we know this is acid? Ooh, it's the fun part here. We get a little bit there. I've got some baking soda already set aside. I always have a bucket. I didn't put it out here, but a 5-gallon bucket also with a lid filled with water with baking soda in it. So in case that's, for the bigger stuff, or in case there's a spill, I can instantly neutralize the situation. Woo! See, there it is. That's proof that we do indeed have acid in an acid reaction. So it didn't dissolve all the baking soda because I had too much baking soda for the acid, but it always is better to be on the safe side, right? And the way that I put the little crystals in, I have this basket. I got these at the Dollar Tree. Doesn't have to be anything expensive. Just like with the spoons and everything, want to make sure it's all plastic. And so I just drop that down in there like that. Then I put the little bitty jewelry points in there, and I can set those down inside. Just like that. Take the lid, cover it. I'll snap it down better when I'm done putting the crystals in. And then, to make sure it gets a little bit hotter, we cover it up with plastic and let it sit in the sun. About, just at temperatures like this, every 2 or 3 days, check your crystals. gets up to the summer heat, when it's up in the 100 degrees, you might want to check them every day because you're going to have a much quicker reaction. So there it is. That is how to make oxalic acid and clean your crystals. Thank you, and I'll see y'all soon. Okay, there's one thing I did forget to tell you. I just mixed my second batch of acid. I keep 2 buckets going usually. Now, when it comes to these baskets, how I put my crystals in. Oh, before I do that, make sure you have about 4-5 inches. I say about the length of my finger so you can have plenty of room for water displacement in there. You don't want your acid to overflow, so don't get your bucket too full. And what I do is I take this crystal and I put it in the basket like that. And I like these baskets so you can reach down in there and pull it up and out of the mixture easier when it's time to be done. Put the little ones in there, set it down on top. Voila! It works really well that way. So there we are. It's in the soak now. We'll see what it looks like in a few days. Alright, there it is now. I think I remembered to tell you everything. Yes, make sure you leave plenty of room in the buckets for water displacement. Alright, I'll see y'all later.